If you ever find yourself in the west of Ireland, you might like to visit a little village there called Knocknaknee. You won't find it on the map, and if you do find it, be careful, because strange things have been known to happen there, like the time a Nordie arrived in the knee. It all began with a letter.
Regarding the estate of Mrs. Annie Ford, deceased, dear Miss Jessie Ford is acting solicitor to the West. The last will and testament of Mrs. Annie Ford, your maternal grandmother. We're writing to inform you that she has bequeathed to you her traditional caravan, which lies in situ in the village of Knocknaknee, County Galway, Ireland. Should you wish to visit the locale and appraise the caravan, please phone the number given below and a car will transport you to its location, as the village is not easy to find. Indeed, we most strongly recommend that you do not try to make your way there. Without our guidance, we would not be held accountable for such brashness. And if any misfortune that should befall you, is there anything else we can help you with, please let us know. Heartfelt condolences on your sad loss. Yours sincerely, Boston Bake. P.S. Please call 1234 for the car to take you to Knocknaknee. And P.P.S. Being of Nordie persuasion, we urge caution and a neutral accent when approaching the inhabitants of the village.
I imagine some of you folk may not know what a Nordie is. Well, a Nordie is an endearing term their southern neighbours use when referring to the good people up in the north of Ireland. It's not all bad, it's a bit of crack, as a Nordie would say. Well, let's get back to the story. Miss Jessie Ford did as instructed and called the number.
Hello? Knocknaknee?
Knocknaknee, yeah.
You again?
Yes, It's me again. And if you're looking the train for Knocknaknee, just go up there.
Okay, thank you. Really?
Yes, I'm lighting me feet.
Ah, a bit light in the head as well? Is he real?
Hey, sure he's a grand wee fella, isn't he?
Hey, keep your fatty piggy fingers to yourself, Nordie.
He talks.
Yes, he talks just like you and I, so he does. Listen to this one, Joe. A woman goes to the doctor and she says, I seem to be getting fat in certain places. And the doctor says, well then, stay out of those places. Here's another one, Joe. I crashed into the back of a car today and a little person got out of it and said, I'm not happy. And I said, which one are you then? I thought it best to explain things to the lass before her head exploded. I told her she was now standing in Knocknaknee, home of the little people. It's not a place you'll find on any map. Sure, the little people aren't the friendliest to begin with, but once they get to know you, they don't hate you quite so much. I explained to her that I got them things from the big city, big people things. Got your magazine that you wanted, Seamus? Seamus subscribes to the Elves and Pixies magazine. He says he gets it for the human interest stories. This is Seamus's wife, Maeve. She's a dear woman who could curdle milk with a look. Hello, Maeve. This is Miss Jessie Ford.
Hiya, how are you?
Every time the young lass opened her mouth to say hello, those contrary little people took against her lovely Nordie accent and ignored her or worse.
Nordie.
I got your dirty magazine for you, Maeve. Hello, Martin.
Hello.
This is Miss Jessie Ford.
Hello, how are you?
Nordie.
You'd think Martin at the pub would have everything a man desires. What with all those lovely bottles of whisky and enough stout to bath a cat in. But being a teetotaling man, he just can't get enough of the Ribena. The sun came out, and we went to see George, who thinks he's the mayor of the village. Everyone else thinks he's not right in the head.
Nordie.
Got to your video that you wanted, George. And there's another one here for you, George.
I wouldn't want to be seeing that racist garbage.
Well, George, I'll be on my way now. See you. Mona Gernon. This is Miss Jessie Ford.
Oh, hello. How are you?
That's Martin's wife, Mona Gernon.
Nordie.
You wouldn't think she'd be wanting for anything, seeing as she runs the village shop. But you can only get little things for little people here, and she likes nothing better than to sink her teeth into a big bar of chocolate.
Near Banbridge Town in the county down, one morning in July, down the Boreen came a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by.
And there we were sitting by the fire after our meal. The poor lass was upset by the little people's contrary attitude. She didn't think she'd be staying. I told her not to let it bother her. They were a bit tetchy with strangers. They would soon warm to her after a few years. They feel threatened by anyone bigger than them. It took them 30 years before they stopped screaming every time I come into the village. She took no comfort from my words. Then I looked at the time. Look at the time. I must be going. Everything will be all right in the morning. Well, good night to you.
Good night, old man. He's a strange one.
Well, good night. Knocknaknee.
The next morning, the young lass woke up feeling somewhat diminished. And there were the villagers all lined up and eager to welcome little Jessie to her new home.
Well, you could knock me down with a feather.
And they all lived happily ever after, with the Nordie in the knee.
it.